Hello, it's Peter Wright and Kathleen Beauvais with another weekly wrap up for Health Declassified. And this is the show that explores the truth behind health and wellness. And we do that by bringing you interesting guests every second week and by Kathleen doing a deep dive into a health topic every Thursday. Today is no exception. And did I say it's the week ending 30th of May 2025? And we have an interesting time. We've had a couple of days promising summer, and then we've been back into sort of fall weather, autumn weather. So we don't know where we are. But anyway, it's not snowing and it's not raining, and the sun's shining. So we're grateful for that.
That's
Let's
right.
welcome. Let's welcome Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Peter. Thank you. And thank you also very much for tuning in to us. We so appreciate having you. And Peter, today I would just want to jump right in and talk about our stomachs. Yep. We
Our stomachs, or
Our
everybody's
stomachs,
stomachs.
everybody's stomach. We tend to think that some of the things that happen with our digestive system must be normal because I don't know, maybe we're getting older or what have you, and we dismiss it as just something that is normal, and it is not. But this is an article from Dr. Mercola, and we will provide a link to that article below this video so you can have a read of the whole article. But here are some of the highlights. So this is referring to the US. So a survey uncovered that 51% of Americans believe symptoms like bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort are just part of life. This suggests that half the population is normalizing signs of poor digestive health. And 44% of Americans said they experienced bloating or discomfort within just 2 hours of eating, which is a telltale sign of bacterial imbalance in the gut. So they say much of these digestive issues is caused by SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, which is characterized by an excessive buildup of bacteria in the small intestine, leading to gas, bloating, pain, irregular bowel movements, and nutrient malabsorption. So research now estimates that 2/3 of people diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS, have undiagnosed SIBO. So if you're dealing with daily bloating, gas, stomach pain, or bathroom urgency, your body isn't just reacting to a food choice, it's reacting to microbial imbalance inside your gut. It means that your inner environment has shifted in a way that favors harmful bacteria over the ones that you actually need. So, what causes this? It starts when the wrong bacteria overgrow where they shouldn't, leading to low butyrate production. So, what's butyrate? And butyrate is one of the most powerful healing compounds your body makes inside your colon. It fuels the cells that seal up the gut lining, calms immune overactivation, and reduces whole body inflammation. But you can't produce butyrate without specific microbes. These important bacteria feed on fermentable fibers found in foods. Fiber is necessary, but if you consume it when your gut is unhealthy, it actually makes your symptoms even worse. So,
Okay.
how do you access your gut health? So how do you determine if your gut is needs some help? Ask yourself these key questions. Do you have a long list of food intolerances? Do you bloat or experience pain after eating fiber-rich foods? Do you go a day or more without a bowel movement? And do you suffer from chronic diarrhea or loose stools? And if you answered yes to at least three of these questions, then your gut is highly compromised. So what should you do about it? So they say here, the first thing to do is to avoid fiber and complex carbs until your gut calms down. Foods like beans, lentils, oats, and raw green ferment quickly when the wrong bacteria are in control. And this is what creates the gas, the pressure, the inflammation, and worsens your gut lining and damages it. And then it says, choose carbs that nourish your cells without feeding invaders. So rapidly absorbed carbs like white rice and whole fruits pass through before bacteria ferment them. So reset your internal terrain that allowed the overgrowth. Factors like estrogen dominant environments, excess iron, low thyroid function, and constant exposure to vegetable oils and xenoestrogens from plastics create a perfect breeding ground for these
Mm.
bad bacteria. So they also say track your body temperature to spot hidden weaknesses. So low body temperature is a hidden sign that your metabolism and your immune defenses are underperforming. So there you have it, Peter. That was part of the article.
Mm.
Very interesting, I thought, because I hear so many
Yeah.
experience all of these symptoms and they just say, "Oh, I just ate something that disagreed with me," or they just pass it off as just, it's just the way it is. But it shouldn't be that way, right?
Mm, that's right. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. The article doesn't talk about probiotics at all.
The
Is that a
article,
way of getting the right bacteria?
yes, the article does go into, more of what you can. It was a very long article, so I really urge everybody to go
Mhm.
and read it.
Sure.
It was an excellent article. But there are other things that you can do that are held that are mentioned in this article that you can do for yourself.
Okay.
Prebiotics and probiotics being one of those, absolutely. But
Mm.
also, of course, as I mentioned, being aware of what you're eating to soothe your gut lining before and to allow the good bacteria to accumulate and avoid the fibrous foods first. But you do
Right.
need fiber eventually, right? As soon as your gut lining is back in balance, then you can go back and eat those fiber-rich foods that you like.
Sure. And one interesting thing is a recommendation to eat white rice because a lot of dietitians will tell you don't eat white
Mhm,
rice, eat brown
mhm,
rice. So
mhm.
that's a departure. Very interesting. And I must confess I suffer from some of those things, but not all of them. Um, and I have changed my diet considerably, and it's helped, but probably still got a way to go. So, in line with that, Kathleen, you have a recommendation for a product to help with all these sort of problems, don't you? So, you want to go into that one?
Well, Peter, as I mentioned before in our previous wrap-ups, it's spring, and spring is a wonderful time to clean out your body. We clean out our homes, time to clean out your body as well. And we, of course, love the Dr. Morse products. Dr. Morse makes it easy because he has detoxification kits that you can buy on a monthly basis and follow his diet through his book called The Natural. Oh gosh, it escapes me, Peter. The name of his book, The Natural Source Book, for detoxification. We will get the name of that. But
Yeah.
basically, if you go to his website, you can see that he provides kits, and the kits come, it's all herbs, it's all herb based, and they come in tinctures as well as supplements. And of course, this is my trusted GI broom. Yeah, I'm almost done this GI broom, but it's a powerful herbal laxative and lymphatic puller. So it functions to promote the removal of buildup from the intestinal wall using psyllium husk as well as other ingredients. But it helps to promote lymphatic circulation. So all of his products are fantastic. They're gentle, um, but they help with kidney filtration, all the lymphatic drainage, also very important for complete detoxification. So give it a try. You'll feel so much better for it. I promise you. So.
Oh, well done. Good one. Thanks, Kathleen. And there will be links to get those products in the description and in the newsletter. So let's tell you what happened on Health Declassified this week. We published on Tuesday an episode with Dr. Carl Rothschild talking about red light therapy. He's a pioneer in the development of red light therapy, and it's useful for all sorts of conditions and afflictions. And he goes into great detail of how it works, why it works, and what it can do for you. So that's the one we've just published. Then coming up 2 weeks' time, on the 10th of June, will be Dave Durrell, and he will be talking about strength after 50. And he goes into great detail about the importance of starting before 50, but like many of us, we wait until we are 50 and then start worrying about muscle loss. It can be slowed down and it can be reversed to a degree with special exercises. And he has a lot of recommendations for people that people should be doing once you hit 50 to stop further muscle loss or delay it as long as possible and improve your general health. On the 2 weeks after that, on the 24th of June, will be Jacqueline Downs, and she is an expert on epigenetics and nutrigenomics. I think I nearly got that name right, but another.
Nutrigenomics, yes.
Yeah, another very interesting episode, very interesting lady. Talks about what I found quite fascinating about her. What she was telling us is that depending on your genetic makeup, different people will react differently to influences from the environment, from exposure to toxins, from stress, whatever. So she goes into details of why that should be. I found that quite fascinating, is why some people can experience something doesn't hurt them, harm them, irritate them in the slightest, and other people, it'll be a life altering or life threatening experience. So that's a good one. And then 2 weeks after that, in July, 8th of July, Elaine Yuskoski, who talks about gaming addiction, which is becoming a major problem in this modern world with everyone having access to the internet and online gaming. We'll go into a bit more detail of that later on, but those are the three that we have coming up. And of course, we always talk about a book. So this week, our guest, who was published on Tuesday, is an author, and he has a book called Illuminated Healing. And I'll just read you what one of the reviewers said. And they said it's one of the most comprehensive and informative books on the amazing power of light therapy available. So he goes into a lot of detail on the benefits of light therapy, particularly red light and near infrared therapy. So that's our book of the week. And as always, if you want to make sure you don't miss out on our guests that are coming up, and we have some really good ones, hop onto our website, healthdeclassified.com, sign up for our newsletter. We only send you one email a week, and then you'll be in the picture who's coming along. And thank you for listening and watching. And that's it from me. So back to you, Kathleen.
Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next week, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.